Have you ever wondered why certain children seem wise beyond their years? As if they've carried over light from another world? Is it just luck, or is there a deeper, divine intelligence guiding their arrival? Can potential parents truly attract a highly evolved soul into their family? What if the child that enters your life could be a future saint, a healer, a spiritual warrior, or someone who uplifts humanity? This isn't fantasy, it's a sacred science taught by enlightened masters like Paramhansa Yogananda. He revealed that birth is not an accident, and that the womb becomes a doorway, a vibrational portal, through which a soul enters this world, drawn by the magnetism of the parent's consciousness. In this video, we explore a profound truth, that your thoughts, your lifestyle, your intentions, and even the silence of your heart can become a calling to a soul of light. So if you've ever desired to bring not just a child, but a luminous being, into this world, you are in the right place. Together, we will walk through the exact steps to prepare your inner and outer life to become a vessel of divine reception. Because attracting a great soul is not about chance, it is about attunement. It's about aligning yourself with spiritual laws, creating a harmonious environment, and offering your desire to the divine with love and sincerity. Whether you are planning to become a parent soon or simply want to understand the spiritual science of birth more deeply, this is a journey into sacred territory. Let us begin, not just with information, but with deep intention. Because the next soul to enter your life could be the one you were destined to meet across lifetimes. According to the timeless wisdom of yoga and the great master Paramhansa Yogananda, the journey of the soul is not random, it is a tapestry woven with intention, karma, and divine will. The soul, in its eternal evolution, chooses its next birth guided by subtle vibrations, not by chance or coincidence. Especially in the case of a highly evolved soul, one that has perhaps meditated in many lives, served others selflessly, or is nearing liberation, it does not enter just any family. These luminous beings are drawn toward parents who reflect qualities they themselves embody: peace, spiritual aspiration, self-control, and inner purity. Yogananda said, children are not born by accident. They are drawn to their parents by magnetic affinity. Just as a bee seeks out the flower rich in nectar, so too does a high soul seek out a family whose thoughts, energies, and daily life resonate with their spiritual frequency. Imagine your home and mind as a radio station. What frequency are you broadcasting? A soul on the path of truth and light will not be drawn to chaos, conflict, or negativity. It is drawn to stillness, to devotion, to a life lived with awareness. So, the first key to attracting a high soul is this: live as if you are already in the presence of that soul. Create your inner life as a garden where a divine child would feel welcomed. For the soul is watching, not with eyes, but with energy, and it gently waits until the right vibration opens the door. When that door opens through love, discipline, and spiritual longing, the soul hears the invitation. And it may choose to come home to you. To welcome a highly evolved soul, one of the most essential steps is to purify your own inner environment. Paramhansa Yogananda often said, change yourself and you have done your part in changing the world. The truth is, before a divine soul can enter your life as a child, you must first make your mind and heart into a sacred space. Just as a temple must be clean before the deity is installed, so too must your inner temple be calm, loving, and filled with high vibrations before a soul of light feels drawn to enter. Begin by observing your thoughts. Are they filled with fear, anger, or restlessness? Or do they carry peace, compassion, and spiritual clarity? Purification is not about being perfect. It is about becoming conscious. Start small, meditate daily, practice kindness even when it's hard, speak truthfully and lovingly, forgive those who have hurt you, and most importantly, stay inwardly connected to God or your higher self. Your outer home also matters. Keep it clean, clutter-free, and filled with positive energy. Burn incense, play devotional music, chant softly, and let your home become a place where divine energy naturally wants to dwell. Yogananda said, wherever peace is, there the divine is. A highly evolved soul senses the subtle atmosphere of a household even before birth. If the environment is toxic, they may quietly move on, waiting for a more receptive space. But if your inner and outer life radiates sincerity, love, and devotion, you become a magnet. You don't need to chase such a soul, your purified life will draw them naturally. So remember, your inner state is the first true cradle for the child you wish to receive. Purify it with love, and heaven may quietly walk into your arms. Bringing a soul into the world is not merely a biological event, it is a sacred act of creation. Paramhansa Yogananda emphasized the immense importance of conscious conception. He taught that the vibrations surrounding the moment of conception create a kind of spiritual blueprint that influences the nature of the child who enters. Most couples conceive unconsciously, through physical desire, without thought of the soul who may come. But if you truly wish to attract a highly evolved soul, that moment must be approached as an offering to the divine. Before conception, the couple should meditate together. Sit in silence, breathe in unity, and ask God, or whatever form of the divine you revere, to send a soul of light. Speak inwardly to that soul with love, saying, "If it is your time, if it is your desire, and if it is God's will, we welcome you. Come through us to serve the world. Let your bodies become temples, and let your hearts be filled with reverence." Conscious conception means the act itself is surrounded by prayer, peace, and divine intention, not lust or haste. Yogananda explained that souls, especially advanced ones, are sensitive to vibration. They hover near potential parents, waiting for the right moment of energy and invitation. A distracted or worldly union may not call them, but one bathed in meditation, devotion, and surrender may attract them like a beacon of light. So see conception not just as creating life, but as receiving a life. Not just as physical union, but as a spiritual door opening. If that door opens with stillness and love, a radiant soul may step in, knowing it has found a home where it can grow in wisdom, love, and divine purpose. That, dear seeker, is conscious creation. To attract a soul of high evolution, it is not enough to purify the body and mind alone. One must also live a dharmic life, a life rooted in truth, harmony, and alignment with spiritual law. Yogananda often spoke of dharma as the right path, the way of righteous living in thought, word, and action. He said, "Live rightly. You do not have to seek God. God will come to you." A soul that has evolved over many incarnations is naturally drawn to dharma. Such a soul does not seek luxury or comfort, it seeks truth, love, discipline, and the light of awareness. If your daily life is filled with anger, selfishness, or material obsession, it creates a wall that repels sensitive, divine beings. But if you live with sincerity, serving others, controlling harmful impulses, speaking kindly, practicing inner stillness, and dedicating your actions to a higher purpose, you begin to emit a spiritual magnetism that such souls recognize instantly. Living dharmically doesn't mean being rigid or austere. It means living with heart, with humility, and with a deep sense of alignment to your conscience and to the divine within you. Are you making choices that bring you closer to peace? Are you uplifting others in small ways every day? Are you choosing light over indulgence, love over judgment? These simple actions build powerful karma and create the conditions that invite a soul who also longs to serve and grow. When your life becomes a living prayer, it sends out a subtle signal into the universe. And somewhere, a soul waiting for the right family feels that call. Not through words, but through vibration. So live your life with grace and integrity, not just for yourself, but for the sacred one who may be watching from beyond, preparing to enter through you. In the teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda, the mother's womb is far more than a biological vessel, it is a sacred chamber of vibration. During pregnancy, the mother is not only forming the body of the child, but also shaping the energetic environment that soul will experience as its first home. Yogananda taught that even in the womb, the unborn child is deeply aware. The soul, though only partially anchored in the physical form, is sensitive to every thought, emotion, and vibration of the mother. Her anger or anxiety, her love or devotion, these impressions ripple through the subtle body of the child, leaving lasting marks. That is why great masters have always emphasized that pregnancy should be treated as a time of deep inner purification and spiritual focus. What the mother reads, listens to, speaks, and thinks becomes nourishment, not only for the child's body, but also for its spirit. Gentle devotional music, the chanting of mantras, reading sacred texts aloud, and spending quiet time in nature, all these bring peace to the womb and attract higher energy to the developing soul. In such an atmosphere, a spiritually evolved soul feels welcome and safe, like a seed resting in fertile soil. But in a womb filled with fear, restlessness, or conflict, the soul may hesitate, or even withdraw. So to attract and retain a high soul, the mother must strive to live each day as if she is already in the presence of a divine guest, which, indeed, she is. Let the womb become a temple of light, where the soul feels not only the warmth of the body but the glow of the spirit. In this way, the child does not just grow, they are received, gently and consciously, into a world of higher vibration and love. After all the efforts, the purification, the prayers, the meditations, the conscious living, there remains one final, most sacred step: surrender to divine will. Paramhansa Yogananda gently reminded seekers again and again, do your best, and then leave the rest to God. In the divine dance of birth, we are not the creators, but instruments of a greater intelligence. No matter how sincere our desire to attract a highly evolved soul, we must ultimately offer that desire back to the source in complete trust. Sometimes, the soul who comes may not match the image we had in our mind. They may come not to fulfill our dreams, but to help us grow, to awaken hidden strength, or to complete a bond from a previous lifetime. And sometimes, a radiant soul may enter not through us, but through another path altogether. Trust that what comes is exactly what is meant, for your growth, your service, your karma, and your liberation. Surrender is not giving up, it is opening up to something wiser and more beautiful than we can plan. It is saying to the universe, let thy will be done through me. When this surrender is real, not forced, but loving, it creates the final magnet needed to attract the right soul at the right time. Surrender brings peace. It allows the process of life to unfold without fear or grasping. So do all you can, dear one. Live consciously. Love purely. Invite sincerely. And then, let go. Leave the door open with a gentle light glowing in your heart. If it is time, and if it is right, a soul will enter. And when they do, you will know they have come not just through you, but through the divine, as a blessing meant for your journey home to God. So, dear soul, if your heart feels inspired by what you've heard today, know that this is not just knowledge, but a sacred invitation to live more consciously, more lovingly, and more in tune with the divine. Attracting a highly evolved soul is not about control or perfection, it is about attunement. When you cultivate peace within, live with awareness, and offer your life in service to something higher, you become a magnet for grace. Whether you are preparing for parenthood now, or simply wish to understand the deeper spiritual science of birth, your intention matters. Every effort you make to raise your vibration not only changes your life, it sends ripples across time and space, calling forth beings of light who are seeking a home. If this message touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may also be walking this path. I would love to hear from you. What qualities would you wish for in the soul of your future child? What resonated most deeply with you in this video? Please share in the comments below, and let's create a space for soulful reflection. Also, tell me, what topic would you like me to cover in the next video? Whether it's on spiritual parenting, soul relationships, or deeper yogic wisdom, your suggestion might inspire the next step of this journey together. And remember, the journey doesn't end here. Every day is a chance to become more magnetic to love, light, and divine purpose. Keep walking the path with faith, with joy, and with deep inner stillness. Until we meet again in the next video, stay blessed, stay conscious, and stay connected to your highest self. Jai Guru Dev. Person with folded hands.